Hey everyone, so a lot of you wanted to see a comparison video between the Sony Xperia Z3 Plus and the Sony Xperia XZ. Now the Z3 Plus actually only came out a year and a half ago. It seems like a lot longer than that because in that time Sony's released two other phones, which includes the Xperia Z5 and the Xperia X Performance. So this is just in terms of their flagship phones, four in the course of a year and a half. So let's get started. We're going to go over the boot up test first. So I think the main difference between these phones is the processor. So with the Xperia XZ Snapdragon 820, 3GB of RAM. The Xperia Z3 Plus Snapdragon 810, you're getting 3GB as well there. There are a lot of other differences I'll cover throughout the video. Both these phones, latest version Marshmallow applied. One of the similarities though, both have the same size screen, 5.2 inches, 1080p. Although I will say that the XZ made certain improvements. It's, for example, warmer screen, also easier to see in sunlight, gets brighter. And XZ, first one up here. And Z3 Plus is up as well. Alright guys, so first up, let's look at Temp Run 2. Latest version of the game here. Yeah, so it looks like this first test is going to be no contest. The XZ easily winning it. Next up, CNN. Alright, so again, XZ easily winning that one. Let's look at iFunny next. And again, it's going to be XZ here. Next up, YouTube. Again, XZ. Calculator. And I do have a lot of tests planned for this video, guys. So, obviously, XZ doing really well here, but stay tuned for the rest. But yeah, it's looking like the XZ should easily win this. eBay next. And let me just turn up the brightness a little bit on the XZ. Alright, let's do Asphalt 8. So yeah, so far the XZ either winning everything or tying. So just in terms of some of the other differences in specs, the Xperia XZ rear-facing camera 23 megapixels, the Xperia Z3 Plus 20.7. Front-facing camera, Xperia XZ 13 megapixels, the Xperia Z3 Plus is 5.1. And I will have some comparison videos on my channel. I have to get through a lot of phones, so may not be, well, I'll try to maybe do it later this week, but just know that they will definitely be coming eventually. In terms of storage, the Xperia Z3 Plus 32GB with micro SD card support. The Xperia XZ, same thing, 32 or 64, but you also have micro SD card support for that. One second, guys, let me just answer this. In terms of battery, similar size battery, 2900 for the XZ versus 2930 for the Z3 Plus. Alright, so next up, so we'll look at a few more apps. We'll do some multitasking, camera speed. Let's see here. So next up is going to be photos. Alright, so again, XZ here. Still waiting for the Z3 Plus to load up the photos. ESPN. Again, XZ. So yeah guys, this video really for those of you who have the XZ thinking about upgrading. I will be discussing more of the differences throughout the video as I mentioned, but you clearly see the XZ is much faster day-to-day use. And then, so AnTuTu, this is more for high-end games. Let's have a look. So score 76,357 on the Z3 Plus. Just for reference, the Z5 series will get around around 90,000, a little bit less. The Xperia XZ 144,640, so about twice as much. Really impressive score here. And to show you the ranking. So it's actually, yeah, so you see iPhone 7, 7 Plus, highest that you can get. But this is still one of the highest on Android, ahead of some phones like the OnePlus 3. Just scroll down a little bit. Along with Galaxy S7 Edge. Alright, so let's go to, let's see. Next up, we'll do the camera speed next. So we're going to put both these on the maximum resolution. Put this on. It's kind of weird. Maybe I'm missing something, but I have a Superior Auto. Only looks like you can go up to 8 megapixels for 4x3. I don't know how that's the case because it is 20.7 megapixel camera. As you see on the XZ. 23 megapixels, but whatever, we'll just take some pictures. So as you can see, even with the Z3 Plus being at only 8 megapixels, the Z3, rather the XZ, is still much faster taking pictures, except for there. Alright, next up, let's look at web browsing. And so I'm going to go to a couple sites I've been to and then a couple that I haven't. So first up, Yahoo. And I did just go to these right before filming this video. I did a practice speedrun test for both of them. IGN. So yeah guys, I mean clearly XZ much faster. We'll do one that I have not been to. Let's just do music.com, whichever site that leads to. Alright, so again guys, you see the Xperia XZ here, and that's the same thing I found in practice tests. The Xperia XZ is much faster with doing web browsing. Now let's do some multitasking. We'll bring up camera first. Alright, so again, faster here on the XZ. We'll just do a couple. Let's do ESPN. Again, guys, faster on the XZ. Really no contest here. I mean, the whole thing has been a blowout by the XZ. One more, let's do AnTuTu. And about the same. So guys, as you've seen, I mean, the XZ clearly much faster. Now let's just go over some of the other differences between the phones. So the Xperia XZ, it has stereo speakers. The Z3 Plus does as well on the front. Both phones are waterproof, so same certification, IP68. Now one of the big differences, the XZ does have a the XZ has a fingerprint scanner here on the side. The Z3 Plus does not. Still has a classic power button there. And guys, if you don't have a phone with fingerprint scanner, it is a really great feature. I mean, it just saves so much time in terms of unlocking your phone, and also just for doing things like purchasing stuff, looking at your bank account information, stuff that you wouldn't want to always have to put in your password for. Now in terms of connectivity, so the Z3 Plus, micro USB at the bottom. The XZ, USB Type-C, which is of course future technology. And look at the design on both these. So the Z3 Plus, I feel it's a really beautiful phone. really thin phone as well. The XZ more comfortable to hold, but you can see significantly thicker there. And both these have the same size screen, so let's see how they stack up. Yeah, it looks about the same height to me. So not much of a difference there, main difference being in terms of thinness. The Xperia Z3 Plus, again, beautiful here on the back. It is all glass. The Xperia XZ metal. Now personally, I do prefer the metal design of the Xperia XZ. A big reason for that is just look at my Z3V. As you see, this broke. Don't have that problem with the XZ. Also, the XZ is more comfortable to hold. A little bit more curved around the edges, as you can see here. And one more big difference between both phones, the Xperia Z3 Plus at this point, only around $300, so really cheap. The Xperia XZ around $650, so a little bit more than twice as much money for the XZ. So yeah, in terms of upgrades, the XZ, of course, you're going to be getting Android updates for a lot longer than the Z3 Plus. You're also going to be getting much better front and rear facing camera. You're going to be getting much better processor in Snapdragon 820. Going to be getting better performance overall, as you saw in the speed test. Going to be getting fingerprint scanner. Going to be getting USB Type-C, but again, it does cost twice as much. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful. Please subscribe for more like this in the future, and thanks again for watching.